To the people who were concerned about my well-being and perhaps the sewer drug gang finding out where I live and coming to slaughter me, I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for letting me know that you care about me. Regarding Aaron Hansen, the flood control supervisor, turns out he replied to me and he said, the city has considered the safety grate and rejected it because they're afraid they're going to get sued. This is not an acceptable response. This is an act of cowardice on part of the city because they're afraid of getting sued if someone smashes against the security grates. As a result, the city is choosing to put my neighborhood, meaning my neighbors, the people I have grown to like, including Kyle and Jairo, and a bunch of children that live around here, at risk because the adults from the drug gang frequently pass by riding their children's bicycles as their primary means of transportation. Nope, not gonna work. You don't just get to placate the rich people and ignore the people who are actually in trouble. So I don't know how this is gonna progress, but that's an update. Another update. There are two ways to fill your video project with footage. One is to actually create the footage, which is the best way. The second best way is to have someone else create the footage, but that's usually expensive. The third best way is using stock footage. This is footage that approximates what you want to get. Think of it like a reenactment, done usually at a mediocre level. And you can subscribe to stock footage websites and get access to all of their videos. And then it's all searchable. The one Google recommended, the one I'd heard talked about quite a bit, is called artlist.io. It was $500. Their videos are a little cliche, but I think it's good enough for me to work with because I need fight scenes for leaving Jackson, Colorado. And I don't have a way to get the fight scenes that I actually want without a lot more work and a lot more money being spent. But other than that, I think structurally the movie's pretty done. That's good. I'm still waiting on Jesse to come back with a good score for the movie, original score. The stuff I have there is temporary and there's no way I'm gonna get access to Radiohead and Nine Inch Nails for the score, although that would be awesome. The Don Garlits project is progressing. The VFX, one of the reasons I wanted the stock footage site is to create some of the VFX using those as a kind of a basis and composite a bunch of different video images together such that it looks like what I want it to look like. There's no way to go back in time into the 1930s and actually get footage of what Don wants, but I think I can get close. I'm a little nervous about it because it's a lot of work and I haven't done this kind of VFX composition stuff before, but how do you learn except by doing, and what better way to learn except by getting paid? I'm interrupting the regularly scheduled vlog because I live near a bomb. The city of Garden Grove, more specifically an aerospace manufacturer in the city of Garden Grove, had a toxic chemical malfunction, for lack of a better term. I'm sure you've all heard of it. All my friends and family are calling me, as are my wife's. And yeah, I don't particularly feel threatened, not because I don't think it's gonna hurt me or my neighbors. When you know what I know about physics and how it integrates with spirituality, you kind of know what's coming. So death doesn't scare me. I am not in any way diminishing the intense, real stress of people who have been forced out of their homes. The evacuation line is about 2 blocks from my home, so we didn't have to leave. But to the people who were evacuated, I'm sorry you're suffering. I wish there was something I could do. And that's kind of it. Is like, there's this prayer St. Francis offers, which is, Lord, help me to change the things I can change and to let go of the things I can't change, and the wisdom to know the difference. I can't change this. I can't affect it in any way. There's nothing I can do short of not flying my drone in aerospace that's occupied by emergency vehicles and news helicopters. That would be a stupid thing for me to do. So I'm not doing that. But other than that, there's nothing I can do. I've got my home set up such that we can evacuate pretty quickly and I can get everything I need. Really, the only thing I would need is a couple pairs of clothes and my raid, because that has all my work on it. My wife has an emergency case where she just grabs it and we're out. So we could be out of here in probably 10 minutes. Not to make light, but it was nice driving around yesterday. The roads were much emptier. The stores were much emptier. We were able to get our shopping done with less stress. Yesterday was Saturday, so usually Costco and Trader Joe's and Home Depot were packed, but they weren't very packed yesterday. There's this rule in the military where you don't know if you can actually do the job until you're in the field, and then you find out what you're really made of. You can go through all the training, but it doesn't matter until you're actually in combat. I feel like my theory is being tested, whether I'm afraid of death or not, and I'm totally at peace. Like I closed the windows a little bit more last night because I don't want toxic chemicals or shrapnel ripping us apart. But other than that, like I don't feel stress. I don't feel worry about this particular issue. I'm worried about other things. In meditation, a weird idea came up, and I'm not sure what to do with it. I feel spirit guiding me. This sounds so trite and cliche, and like some kind of greeting card that I wouldn't want to read or buy. Basically, my heart chakra is blocked, and the reason that it's blocked is because I don't love myself. It's like, I don't hate myself, but it's like it never occurred to me to view myself as a thing, to objectify myself temporarily, to take my awareness and apply it to my physical body and think of myself in that way. I've always felt it as like just this mech or vehicle or robot or machine that I'm in while I'm in this dimensional space. As a result, sometimes I'm not kind to my body, or I'm indifferent. Like, I was rearranging the rocks in my apartment complex because I don't like the way they were, and they were a hazard to the children. And I'm not okay with making hazards to children. Children should be taken care of to a reasonable degree. And while I was moving those rocks, I smashed my finger between two of the rocks. And I pulled off my work gloves and saw that I wasn't bleeding, and I just put them back on and kept working. That wasn't very kind. The work got done. Yeah, true. It was productive. I don't know. Just felt like a moment of kindness. I'm trying to be kind to myself. I'm trying to give myself space. I don't know what that looks like. And I don't think I can know what that looks like. I think it needs to come organically, pun intended, from my awareness loving my consciousness, loving who I am and what I am. It's not enough for me to acknowledge that God doesn't hate me. I also have to not hate me. I don't know what that looks like. A few weeks ago, I mentioned my friend Edward, who ran a popular YouTube channel. The advice that he keeps giving me, and he gave it to me again when we met a few weeks ago, is that I need to think about how I want the audience to feel. For me, it's almost like playing music. I don't really think about how I want people to feel. I just play the music, and when it feels right, that's what I do. And in my edits, that's what I do. And I don't want to be methodical or manipulative about any of that, but I also recognize that that heart chakra block and Edward's notes were basically the same notes. There's this barrier between my heart and my head, and I can feel it energetically. Whenever I try to bring up the Kundalini energy from my like the first 3-4 chakra points into my here, chakra number 6 and chakra number 7, there's a block here, and it feels like my heart's surrounded by some kind of shield, some kind of non-permeable barrier. It's in the way of my filmmaking, and more importantly, it's in the way of my spiritual awareness growth. And I don't know a way through other than just to sit in meditation and try and change the way my mind feels about me such that I can love myself. I think it's related to another event that happened to me a while ago. I'm absolutely crazy about my wife, Mammy. She's my soulmate. I'm in love with her as much now or more 22 years into being in a relationship with her than I was when I first saw her walk into church that day and admired her butt, because that's what I saw. And then I grew to admire the rest of her body and then mind. She is a brilliant person. But she's not the only girlfriend I ever had. And one of my previous girlfriends, I proposed to actually on our first date. I was impulsive. I was undiagnosed bipolar. We can get into that in another video. And she said yes. And one night I got a little aggressive in our kissing, and she didn't like that, and she broke up with me. Now what she wanted was for me to chase her, for me to play the game, and I don't do that. She was right to break up with me, by the way. That was wrong for me to do. I did not respect her person as much as I ought to have. She wanted me to chase her. She wanted me to go after her, to play the dating game, to show that I wanted her in a way that the stories that she wanted to live into told her she should have. That's the way she saw love. That's not the way I reacted. I reacted in complete shame, recognizing my foolish behavior. I just acknowledged that she was right in her judgment, and we broke up. We went on a couple more dates later, made out, etc. But the marriage didn't happen. And it was a good thing. I care about her still. I love her still, not erotically, but as a person. I really like her. She's a great person, and I hope she thrives in life, but not with me. My path led elsewhere. Spirit told me not to propose to her, not to do anything romantic with her on that first date, and I ignored it, and it led to catastrophe. After that breakup, the heartbreak was so intense that I shut down emotionally, and this is why I'm bringing this up now. I actually had to go to a counselor for a couple of months for him to tell me that I wasn't feeling my emotions, and for him to tell me that when you feel anxiety, it feels like almost nausea in your stomach. That's what anxiety feels like. That when you feel stress, you feel it like here in your shoulders or in your jaw. My good friend has PTSD, and when he feels stress, his jaw kind of panics. The wild thing about that journey of shutting down my emotions and learning how to feel them again as sensate experience in my body is that it got really practical. It got really methodical. Like, I understand it now in a way that maybe people who naturally feel their bodies understand intuitively. They just feel it. They feel their emotions as though they are a part of their emotions. And I don't feel that. That event with my ex-fiancée, I'm still learning how to feel it. And it comes across in my filmmaking. Like, my filmmaking is very cerebral. Even these videos are cerebral. It's me talking about like physics in spirituality. The experience of being empathetic as feeling it in my body and knowing what those feelings are. But there's still this lack of continuity between what I'm actually feeling emotionally and what I convey. And Edward said it, and my heart chakra is saying it. And these films, these videos, whether they're short, like these videos, or the short films that I'm making, or even Algorithm, is a profoundly cerebral movie. I need to be able to do both. I need to understand that my brain exists in my head, but the neurons exist throughout my body, and they're all part of my mind. And my transcendent awareness self is also real. So how do I feel love for myself? How do I enter into that? That's part of the non-judgment. I think it's central to the non-judgment question I mentioned last week. This video's gone on long enough. Thanks for watching. You will see me next week.